This is the Edge 88.1 with Allie and Adrienne here. Nationals for wrestling this year will be back in Des Moines, Iowa, after being in Topeka for 4 years.
Hey, that's exciting.
It started in Des Moines, actually, if you didn't know that.
Okay.
In 2012 was the first time we actually ever won Nationals, and now we've won it 6 straight years, and it's finally coming back to Des Moines, which is pretty cool.
So where was it these, past 4 years or so?
It was in Topeka, Kansas, and the reason why that is because there's a bidding process that happens.
Okay.
And so usually the first team place gets the first bid, but just because of the way that Des Moines built and there wasn't very many places that were open to have the event there, that's why it wasn't there the past 4 years, and Missouri got the other bid. So that's why we're coming back to the Jacobson Exhibition Center.
And that's a relatively new building, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
So.
But it's large enough that it can hold a big crowd but still have mats on the ground.
That's a big benefit for Grandview, in my opinion, because don't they get to practice there?
They get to practice there, I'm pretty sure, the day and a half before.
Okay.
But usually before then, we'll just be practicing in our room.
There's a certain, comfort that comes to playing, really close to home. So
Definitely.
That's a good thing.
I think also, though, it could possibly, add a lot of pressure to the boys, just because
that's true.
It's our home area and we've won the past 6 years. We obviously want to win again, but
there's going to be a lot of Grandview students there watching, supporters that are from, the Des Moines area.
Yeah.
So this could either help them a lot or, maybe it will put a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah, but I think one thing that the boys always say that they really like is that once they're wrestling and they beat somebody and they look up in the crowd and they see a sea of red or a sea of black, whatever we're wearing that day, and I think it just actually will help momentum.
Yeah, definitely, playing sports in the past, seeing my home team, cheering for me, it's helped me. And I hope that they don't take it the other way around, see all the pressure that's coming to them. I hope they use the positive out of it, for sure.
Definitely. But I think also a reason why it'd be good to have it in Des Moines is because so many people do hate Grandview and in the wrestling community,
because they're so good.
Yeah.
Because they're intimidating.
Exactly.
So isn't Iowa the home of the wrestling, too,
Yeah.
technically, because they've been winning so much?
Yeah, Iowa is definitely has a very rich and big background with wrestling, just because of Dan Gable and big names, people who go off and wrestle in USA Wrestling. A lot of them are Iowa grown, so that's a good thing too. A lot of people who live in Iowa and just love wrestling, even for the fact of they don't even have to be there for Grandview, they'll be there.
This is the NAIA tournament, so it's not for bigger schools like Iowa or Iowa State, right?
Correct. It's just the NAIA division.
Okay, that makes sense. So tune in, mark your calendars for March 2nd and 3rd for the NAIA Wrestling National Championship. This was Allie and Adrienne on the Edge 88.1.
This is the Edge 88.1, Allie and Adrienne here. There's a big controversy that's been going on for almost 2 years now involving headgear during wrestling.
I don't really know why there's any controversy in this whatsoever, because I feel like it should just have to be. You will get injured if you don't have headgear on.
But not necessarily.
Do you know how many injuries there are?
Well, but what injuries? There's one, cauliflower ear, obviously, but
I mean, that's the main one.
Because concussions and stuff, yeah, that's going to happen no matter what, but it's almost like they'd have to wear a helmet if you wanted them to protect against concussions.
But, think about, cauliflower ear, you could lose your hearing. There could be, ringing in the ears. Is that, not enough to make you want to wear headgear? If it's not, I just don't understand it.
Well, also the fact that they don't even wear their headgear when they're in practice. So why are people not making this a rule that if you have to wear it, you can choose to not wear it during practice, that you have to wear it during a tournament or a match? Yeah, that's
ridiculous. I mean, I think definitely practice takes up way more time than games. Games are just, one part of it. Practices are the entire year. I think you should have to wear them during practice, just also to get used to wearing them, It's one of those things where after high school and college, if you really truly have a career in wrestling, you don't even have to wear headgear. You don't? Okay.
No, once you get into freestyle and Greco and
that's
the Olympic type of style wrestling, you don't have to wear any headgear. So it's almost like you can choose to and you don't have to, but
I just don't think that's smart. I just don't think that would be good for the human head in general. Like, I can literally pinpoint a wrestler by looking at their ears, and I really do not think that's okay.
Hey, some of them kind of like that. They can be identified then.
Okay, well, what about football? Why do football players have to wear full-blown helmets, a face mask? They're pretty much wrestling. It's like a bunch of wrestlers with a ball. Like, what's the difference?
But if you think about that too, then why don't wrestlers wear pads and why don't they wear cleats? Like,
But,
I mean,
like,
there's different things
it's
that...
just protection. It's just we need to use whatever we can to protect the players that our school has, I think. Baseball, you have to wear a helmet while you're batting.
True.
And it's not for any reason other than protection.
But really all it's doing is protecting your ears. Besides that, it's just a pain in the ass to obviously have on your head because it can get in your eyes, it could get fall down, your chin strap could get in your mouth, and then you're taking the time to get it out of your way instead of focusing on the match.
So you're saying it's like a distraction?
Kind of.
Well, isn't it a distraction like the ringing in your ear constantly from the cauliflower ear infecting your entire like head? I think you should consider it. What is your guys' opinions on whether or not wrestlers should wear a headgear? This is the Edge 88.1, Allie and Adrienne. This is the Edge 88.1, Allie and Adrienne here. I'm sure you have heard about this weekend. Many football players took their knee during the national anthem.
Yeah, I saw when I was watching football this past weekend, just a couple teams off the top of my head, the Steelers, the Seahawks, Patriots.
Yes, Alejandro, he was a veteran on the Steelers. He decided to actually like take a stand and,
Oh yeah, I remember actually seeing that. I was looking at Twitter this past weekend and I saw how the media was trying to make it
portray it.
Yeah, like kind of like that his team wasn't supporting him.
Yeah,
because
that's what I got out of it.
They took a picture of like him when he came out and he was the only one standing there, but what they didn't see is that another photographer took one and you could see that they weren't in the locker room, they were standing in the tunnel behind him. Like,
so they were supporting him technically?
Yeah, trying to support him in a way, but also take a stand about not kneeling for them.
Okay, so like respecting him but not respecting the flag. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a really disrespect for all veterans and the members of the like armed forces. Really, if you think about it.
I definitely see your side of it, but I also think like this is the best way they could be going about protesting it. Like it's the most peaceful way that they could be doing this. I'm
glad there's no violence. Like that's a positive of it, but I just think it's unfair that they can't even kneel for the National Football League. National. That's the main thing right there. This is for their nation. And they can't even do this for their nation. I think that's ridiculous. It's one thing they need to do, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, but I think it's also a good way to protest just because they're using their freedom of speech. Like, they're using what they believe they have. And some veterans aren't offended by it. Like, you've seen those people who post things like, well, this is my grandpa, he was an Army veteran, blah, 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 and he's not offended.
Do you think there's a different way to do it, though? Because, I mean, this is football that brings people together. It's supposed to bring people together, even though there's two separate teams, even though there's two different views. We're all in one stadium. Why don't we just have fun with it? Why does this have to involve politics?
I think it's a way that people show that they can show ignorant people they're right and make them feel uncomfortable in a sense.
Okay,
because some ignorant people just think they're right about everything, and sometimes you have to stand up to that, and it's not always going to please everybody.
I don't know. There's a lot of booing in the stadium, I heard. And although, like, booing shows the disgust that some people have, it's not going to make as much of a difference as, kneeling during the national anthem for people to see, for the nation to see.
Yeah.
It definitely has taken over everything. It's everywhere, don't you think?
I mean, even when with Donald Trump tweeting, didn't you see that?
Yeah, he tweeted, if a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he shouldn't be able to disrespect the flag. It is their choice to be on the National Football League.
Yeah.
It's their choice.
But it's also their choice then, too.
They're getting paid. Keep that in mind. They're getting paid to play football, and they can't honor that one thing.
But it's also their choice, too, to either stand for the flag or not.
They should just play, like, for intramurals or something, because that's not national.
Well, we'll have to see what happens this upcoming week in the NFL. This is Adrienne and Allie with Edge 88.